Alright, people. Today I am here again with another MSG review. This one is of the MSG set number 7. As you can see here, I have them in a couple simple combinations, which are shown on the box art here, the box art pamphlet, whatever you want to call it. Usually has the instructions. There are some silly looking combinations of these pieces, and I'm not entirely sure what you're supposed to do with them. So I'm just going to go ahead and go forward from here. I think these are the best looking combinations. And that said, they aren't that great. Love the detail on the weapon. It's a little big for these guys. So we're going to probably think that it's not a great one for the high grades. But let's go ahead and continue and see what we can come up with the other mobile suits and characters here. Okay, and here is what I was talking about with the goofy looks on these here weapons. So, I mean, you can put that barrel into this gun and it might look a little bit better. But that chin there, it doesn't make any sense. If you replace it with that part there, which is essentially on the same attachment point, it doesn't look any better. I think they just look goofy. And the suggestion that this one here would look any better, this one here, is ridiculous as well. I don't understand what these are for. It looks like a shoulder stock or something like that, and it doesn't really serve any purpose other than on the main combination on the back here, which it would plug in to that section right here. And even that, it doesn't look good. Here, let me see. Even that doesn't look great. It's just a little silly. I don't understand it. So really, I don't get it. We're gonna continue on. So I won't outright say that they're ugly. I just say that they're not intelligently designed. For something that's supposed to be versatile and recombinable, it looks like it's just the main weapon that I think is the best. They look a little silly. That's what I'm thinking. I don't hate them though. I really like the way it looks combined. Yeah, it's not selling itself to me here. I don't dig it. Another thing I will say about these is that there's a lack of handholds. Honestly, the only place you can put a hand from this series, at least, is on that handle at the back. And really, there isn't any other place to do anything like that. There isn't a peg for a handhold. It's just that. Also, if you want to pull that part about, there is the handle hidden here for the pistol. But even with that, it's not a lot of variation. Not a lot of places to put. Not a lot of places for them to carry. So it's not really great for the girl kits. Also, I split her head. That's not good. Okay. I'm looking at the knives here, the bayonets. Fit very well in Chaos and Pretty's hands, having nothing to do with the guns. I think this works really well with this character in particular. Why is it shining like that? I think that's a pretty cool little thing. So these knives definitely work, I think, for the frame arms girls and Megami devices. Alright, and not to diminish anything else that I've already recorded here, this actually looks good. I don't think it makes sense, but it looks to size with the Hexagear universe and what these guys are, like a really cool weapon for him. And that's not to say that it didn't work with the other. I mean, like, it didn't really work for the HGs for me. To me, anyway. But I like the way this looks. It looks like maybe like a bazooka, or, you know, like a huge cannon, you know, something like that. You know, that shoulder mounted kind of look and feel. You notice I didn't put his other hand on there, and that is because there isn't a place to put it. Again, that's some ridiculous idea that they thought it wasn't going to work, I guess. I think instead of that circle right there, I'd drill that out and maybe put another mount, you know, for a handle, something like that. But he can hold it, and it doesn't look bad with him. If I moved his other arm there to hold like underneath and put a flat hand, you know, open hand, so it looks like he's supporting it, and that would work a lot better. And I wanted to see, sorry about the bouncing again, how this worked in his hand. That's ridiculous, but not terrible bad, you know, just a little ridiculous. All right, let's move on to the next. Lastly, we have Alex. Alex with a very awkward holding of the rifle and another awkward holding of the front section pistol. It's weird. Again, I don't know how I feel about this. It fits in his hand. It's held there. Same with the pistol. That's there. You know, it works. If you really want to call that working. It isn't sturdy in any way, shape, or form. But that is what it is. And I also wanted to try this one. Camera for y'all. So that you can loop that around his finger. His trigger finger, to kind of hold it a little bit better than the other just blank holding hand. It's not terrible. I think this one actually works better than the other sets that have been using it. It's just not great. Okay, so my total takeaway from this is that it is a little confused. I don't exactly know where we're supposed to go with this thing. It doesn't look great as a pistol, but it does look good as the rifle. But there aren't very many variations of this that I think look good. That could just be me. I think as the pistol, it's a little ridiculous. With that, with those attachments underneath, it looks even worse. On top is just, I don't understand where they were going with that. It's just odd. The only combination that I think really looks decent is this one here. With that in mind, though, I think it's worth the buy if you can find it at a reasonable price. It's not terrible. It's just not great either. It's very middle of the board. I think with all the detail on it, it looks nice. You get a little bit of a fun accessorizing with the bayonet and side knife. So, I mean, it's not worth it. It's just not really great for what it's trying to be. With all that in mind, I'd like to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys the next time.